advocacy comes under the Charter of Human Rights and International Conventions of Human Rights. So every issue that comes in, we look at where that fits into the Charter.
It's interesting. At first I thought I had to know every law, every piece of legislation at the beginning, and so that made me, quite fearful at the beginning. I wasn't a lawyer, I didn't have those skills. How was I going to get my head around all those things? But I think that comes with time. The more cases that come into you and they're diverse, the more you'll direct yourself to different parts of the legislation. So you don't have to always know every part of that legislation, but you've got to at least know where to go to get it.
Often you'll research an issue and then look at what legislation applies, because it could be the Disability Discrimination Act, but it could be to do with tenancy or a young person in a school, education, health.
A lot of what we do is about being human, and seeing things that just don't seem fair. And then you look and think, well, is there a law that can protect this person or help this person? And more often than not, there is. People who apply for the job, they'll say, oh yeah, I've got a brother or a sister or a son or a daughter or a parent or something that has a disability. So they do have some understanding, which is good, because more often than not, the general non-disabled public have got no idea really about what it's like to live with a disability. Quite often I have people who come in and they'll say, I've never heard of you, I've never heard of South West Advocacy, and I always say, well, you don't hear about us until you need us. Our office obviously is accessible, but you would look at what is possibly needed before a person comes in.
We'd do Braille format if required, or plain English, or we'd do a verbal communication. If some clients, actually, we've got one that writes us a letter and would prefer a letter back, and that's the way we communicate with that person, because that meets their needs.